Women in television. Women in, let me get it. Women in television. Amy Poehler, take one. You'll be able to edit that together. My first memory of a woman on television, I guess the women on Sesame Street.
Probably Sesame Street.
We were only allowed to watch public television. We were not allowed to watch anything with commercials.
I loved Felicia Rashad in Cosby Show. I thought she was kind of glamorous and fun.
I really remember loving Roseanne.
Gilda Radner, Carol Burnett.
I remember so distinctly when 30 Rock went on the air.
30 Rock was sort of huge for me.
I failed to mention Golden Girls.
When did you realize that you were funny?
I don't know. I have a funny family. I come from a long line of ball-busting Bostonians.
I would put on like little puppet shows when I was 5 or 6, and I've been told they were very funny.
I think like in college, I started doing like sketch comedy and things like that, and it seemed like they were well attended, so I was like, maybe I'm good at this.
I think the thing that's really sort of profound about it for us is that I'm a 25-year-old girl living in New York. Marnie's a 25-year-old girl living in New York. I'm very much in touch with her just by virtue of how much we have in common.
Mindy, Lyrne, and I don't have that much in common. She's very wild and she's super confident. I think that's one of her funniest qualities is how delusionally confident she is. She dates more people than like I've even met in my whole life.
Leslie has fallen down a pit. She's jumped out of a moving car. She's slipped on ice. I kind of describe her sometimes as like a little bit Tracy Flick from Election and a little bit Animal from the Muppets. She's not very cool, which is really fun to play.
What drew me to New Girl was it was just great material. I hadn't read a script that good in a really long time, and it's the material and going where the material is. Every actor on the show can play straight man or kind of the funny guy, you know. So the thing that is different about New Girl is that it switches who is balancing and who is floating up in the stratosphere.
The cast of Parks and Recreation is, I think, the best cast on television. And I like the fact that Mike Schur and the writers aren't afraid of pathos, which I think is, I always enjoyed growing up in my shows. Those shows that you cared about, that you wondered what the characters did on the weekends. I feel proud of that, and that just comes from the writing.
I just think the show is so smart to be as grounded as it is. It's a show about 4 women, and it's really detailed in that storytelling of the 4 women that it portrays. And if people find things about it that are relatable and feel familiar to them, then that's a big win. But that only comes from doing such a specific job of storytelling from the 4 different perspectives. That's really where Lena's genius comes in.
Okay, I've been asked to do these classic comedy quotes, and I can't do any of these women justice, so I'm not gonna do an impression. I treat my body as a temple, Lyrne. You've chosen to treat yours as an amusement park. Check it out if you've never watched Laverne and Shirley, which horrifyingly, a lot of young people have not watched. That is a great show for physical comedy.
Oh, see, I was waiting for Rose. You know what they say. You can lead a herring to water, but you have to walk really fast or he'll die.
Here's this quote, Get Out, Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld. The coolest thing about that show is if you thought that Elaine Bennis was an incredible character, and you were like, oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is so funny. The fact that I would, what is it, like 20 years later, find her even funnier on Veep is like insane.
No smoking in bars. What's next? No in bars?
Okay, you do a really good job.
I've never done that before in my life.
I'm Zooey Deschanel, and
My name is Mindy Kaling, and no, I can't. I have like nothing.
My name is Amy Poehler, and I am a very hungry person.
I'm Allison Williams, and I am a woman and a girl on TV.
Oh, I'm attached.
Wait, Law and Order.
Yeah.
What's this? Episode Law and Order 1998. Raymond Ray Davis says, I told you, but I ain't telling nobody else. I don't want no trouble with the man. And Anita Van Buren says, oh, you don't have to worry, Mr. Davis. In this house, I'm the man. Okay? Law and Order, a hilarious comedy.